Hi guys, welcome back to East Texas Lawman. Today we're going to continue in our fire series, and we're going to work on flint and steel fire and see what we can get. Make a little char cloth on the side too. So let me move this camera and we'll get started. Okay, well, what we have here is our char cloth tin with our flint and steel, a little bit of char cloth in it. And here I have some old bandana that I cut up into, I don't know, 2x3 squares. And we're going to make some more char cloth with this in a few minutes. Okay, so let's get this out. I have my cedar tinder bundle here, and I got twigs on the fire ready to go. If you have any questions about tinder bundle, you can refer back to one of my earlier videos on using the red cedar for tinder. For bundle. Okay, close out a little bit of char cloth. I like to keep this in a little plastic bag. Don't have to, but I do just in case. Keep it dry. Set that aside for right now. Okay, so what I have is a little piece of flint, just a little piece of flint I found somewhere, and then I have my striking implement, which is just an old file that I heated up, put a handle on it, cut it off. I could also use the back edge of my blade to strike on, because it's a high carbon steel blade. I could use my axe, my pocket knife. Everything I have is high carbon steel. It has to be hard carbon steel. You can't use stainless for that, it won't spark. Okay, so we take our tinder, and there's a bunch of ways to do this. You can leave your tinder on the ground and strike to it. You can put your char cloth, your char cloth on top and strike, or you can put your char cloth on the bottom and strike to it. So it doesn't matter, as long as the spark, you'll see where your sparks are going, and you'll figure out the best way for you to be able to get a spark on this char cloth. I like to put mine on top. So just like that, I pinch a little bit in there right close to the edge, and then I just start sparking until I get a spark that grabs it. I should put it on the bottom. This is sparking towards the bottom a lot better. There we go. You can see one little spark gets that just glowing really quick. Okay, so we set that in our tinder bundle. Wrap it up and there we go. And that's how we get fire from a piece of char cloth and flint and steel. So now that we got our fire going, I'm going to let this build up a little bit and I'll show you how to make char cloth. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's make some char cloth. Okay, first I'm using just an old bandana. It's 100% cotton. If it's not 100% cotton, if it's got any other thing in it, it just kind of melts. So you got to make sure whatever you're using is old 100% cotton stuff. And I can just close my tin. You notice I got a little hole in the middle of the tin that lets the gas escape. What I do is I put a little rock in there just to have something for this to set on. And just put it next to the fire, let her cook. I'll get a close-up here in a little bit. You'll see the smoke escaping from the can as the cloth chars, but that's all you do. Okay, you can see the smoke escaping from the tin. That means it's starting to char. We just keep on going until that smoke stops coming out. She's ready to go. So if you look at the tin, you can tell we've pretty much quit smoking. So it's time for it to come off the fire. So we'll just set it right here. Let it cool off a little bit, and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so it's cooled down, so let's pop her open and see what we got. There's more char cloth. We probably have, I don't know, probably 20 or 30 fires right there from a little bit of cotton. Okay. So we started a fire using flint and steel and a piece of char cloth. And then we made additional char cloth. So I just want to talk about the components of this a little bit more. The stone that we used, I used a piece of flint. It can be anything that has a hardness, I think it's above 7. So like quartz and, you know, flint, of course. And some of the other harder stones you can use to get a spark. The tool, you don't have to have a dedicated tool. I have several different types of these, but also the high carbon knife will work. The high carbon steel axe I have. Anything has to be high carbon, though. You can't do it with stainless. Stainless won't work. And then the char material can be a lot of different natural materials. I use cotton. You can use the fluff from a cattail. You can use punk wood, fluff from the the milkweed that has the fluffy little seed pods, bark, anything you can try. And it's the world's the limit. You know, you can try anything, and it may work, may not work. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe. And thanks for watching. God bless, and maybe we'll see you in the woods.